Hey guys, this is Mark Rodriguez here.
Ooh.
And here's my co-star Paige watching another episode of WWE Aftershock. And this time we're going to review the first ever WWE Fast Lane, which is the pay-per-view they put, before WrestleMania next month. And yes, I do know that a couple of years they had like the Elimination Chamber and stuff like that. And I guess, I don't know, they want to do something different this year. So now we got Fast Lane. So let's get down to it. And here's our thoughts and everything. First I want to say that the little pre-show thing didn't actually have another match or anything. It was like the whole Miz TV. Basically, Paul Heyman just reminding us that, Brock Lesnar, and Paige was taking her shots every time he said Brock Lesnar.
I think it was like 6 shots.
Yeah, and more of the Miz embarrassing Miz Dow. We'll see whenever that happens. But okay, so now on to the actual event. That's a good fight here.
The Miz Dow to punch the Miz. I was waiting for him to punch him out.
Yeah. So the first fight we had was Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Kane, with of course the J&J security always in the background, fighting against Ziggler, Eric Roman, and Ryback. And yeah, it was a typical match. I mean, it was like whatever. We've seen these guys fight so many times. And as usual, one of the things I really hate the most is whenever they cheat and the Big Show does this knockout punch from behind the ring or whatever, and bam, so they won due to that. But of course, the big shocker was that Randy Orton came back out of nowhere. He just came out of there. He attacked the J&J security, he attacked Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins was so scared or whatever, he just ran all the way, like even to the parking lot or whatever. So that was like the big reveal. So more of this boring match, not really boring, but we've seen him fight so many times before. Got more exciting because Randy Orton came back, since his injury last November and everything. Any thoughts on that, Paige? Okay. Then we had Goldust fighting against Stardust, because as the episodes have been going on, Stardust is, I guess, getting more crazier, getting more into his Stardust persona, and like he called him Cody. Don't call me Cody, it's Stardust now and everything. And they even called their father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, to, I guess, talk sense into them and whatever. And then in the last minute, Stardust attacked Goldust. So this was like the big match to, I guess, set things straight. And Goldust agreed that he's my brother. I want to defeat him, but I'm not going to really hurt him. So, yeah, they fought it out. Decent match. Goldust, just pinned him. I forgot how he pinned him in a way that wasn't really like an injury or a slam or anything. He just grabbed him, pinned him, and the fight was over. But, of course, later on, backstage, Stardust still attacked Goldust violently. So, we have yet to see what else is going to happen with that particular storyline. One thing we noticed that Stardust had half his face was seen. It's kind of weird how the whole face wasn't painted just like the hair.
It's like a half mask.
Yeah, it was hard to tell at first. It's a weird lighting until he actually got in the ring. And of course now the audience is chanting Cody, Cody, and he's like, shut up to the audience and whatever. But yeah. And then we had, let me see here.
I wonder what will happen after a while.
Yeah, me too. Then they had, let me see, the bad match here. I didn't like the results. We had the Usos fighting against Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. They don't even have a tag team name. They're just Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. And unfortunately, yes, they managed to win and everything. And yes, there's been tension between them and the Usos lately, and apparently because Natalya is friends with Naomi, and there's tension between, I don't know. So they won the fight. They're the new tag team champions.
They don't deserve it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them and everything, and I don't know. I don't know. Eventually I want to see maybe Naomi fight against Natalya and stuff. In fact, I want to see what they do, because whenever the Bellas fight, Tyson Kidd always seems to be more worried about the Bellas than his own wife. I wanted to see that.
I don't think their relationship's okay. It seems like there's drama in the relationship and the, what's it called?
Total Divas?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. But yes, they won. I forgot the exact details, but the match kind of flew by, sort of. But you know, they won. So
I'm disappointed in you, Usos. Shame on you, Usos.
yeah. And then we had big events here. We had the big the Undertaker, quote unquote, came back. We had like all these people with, you know, black robes and stuff and flames and the Undertaker theme song.
I slept through this.
Yeah. And the casket coming out.
Excuse me more.
Excuse me. And the casket came out and everything. And instead of Undertaker is Bray Wyatt. And Bray Wyatt's announcing.
This.
Yes, and Bray
Wyatt. No, Rusev was before this.
No, because he was near the end.
No, someone was. Because I was starting to fall asleep because I slept through something. And then you're like, oh, you slept through that. I thought that was after Rusev.
Maybe you did that first. No, because Rusev was near the end. We'll get to that later. But, yeah, so that's when I woke up because I was surprised it was Bray Wyatt and that woke you up. I was like, what the hell? Because he popped down to the Undertaker.
Well, I don't remember that. I don't even remember you waking me up. I don't even remember that scene at all because I fell asleep at the end of the match saying, who won? And you're like, blah, 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 blah. And that was another match.
But we'll get to that
and
one.
I'm like, who's fighting now? What happened? Oh, no. I don't remember anymore.
Well, we'll get to that part, though. But the main thing is that for the last couple of episodes of Raw and SmackDown and whatever, Bray Wyatt's been calling out someone. So now it's revealed. I've been sleeping
through all those too.
Yeah, so now it's revealed that the person he was calling out was The Undertaker. And will The Undertaker accept this challenge for WrestleMania? Exactly, but we'll see. Will The Undertaker take his challenge? So far, no word from him, but lots of people have been giving all the rumors and stuff that you know, it's going to be him. And then for the other matches we have here, give me 1 second here. We do have, we do have Paige against Nikki Bella for the championship title. And unfortunately, well, Paige lost that one too.
She fell asleep, like me.
No, well, I mean, it was a decent fight, I guess. You know, Brie didn't cheat at all. And there was times where I think Paige was out of the ring and she didn't, like, jump in to cheat or nothing. So at least it was a clean fight. But yeah, Nikki grabbed Paige in the rollover and
I wanted Paige to win.
Yes, we wanted Paige to win, but
something different. I'm getting tired of Nikki and Brie Bella. I'm getting tired of their cockiness.
Yeah. And the next match we had was Bad News Barrett versus Dean Ambrose. That we saw that Bad News Barrett was the champion. Yes, he was the champion, Intercontinental Champion, and Dean Ambrose wanted a title shot. He kept turning him down. So there was like a funny match in Raw where Dean Ambrose zip-tied him.
That either.
Yes, zip-tied him and forced him to sign like the contract for the match. So now we had the match. And this is the weirdest thing I still don't understand to now. And I have been asking people, and I've still haven't gotten an answer. And maybe you guys can answer if you know, like, the, I guess, wrestling rules or whatever. But it was the more or less fight. Dean Ambrose was just basically, he's too out of control for Bad News Barrett. He just like, after a while, just gave up and was like, I'm out of here. And he was trying to leave. And Dean Ambrose kept putting him back in the ring. But somewhere during that, like, I guess, you know the thing where you're on the ring post and they're kicking you. For whatever reason, Dean Ambrose got disqualified. Even though I don't really get why.
Maybe that thing was between Dean Ambrose and then the Rusev one. Because I was half dead. I swear it wasn't between the Usos and them.
Oh. Well, I forgot the exact order. Because it was like those two little things. There's another event I'll bring up in a minute. Two little events that weren't actually, you know, matches. But I kind of forgot in the middle, like, what order they're in. But yeah. So, for whatever reason, Ambrose was disqualified. And I still don't really understand why, what he did, or I don't get it. It was nothing illegal or whatever. But the main thing is that Ambrose still knocked him out and picked up
took the belt and ran away.
Yeah, he literally ran away with the belt. I mean, there was even a moment where he kind of set it down. I thought he was just like, well, he still picked it up and just walked out anyway. And then Bad News Barrett woke up a little bit. Hey, what's my title? Hey, you know, so I guess Dean Ambrose got some bad news for you, you know. And then after that, I think it's, yes, that was still Yes, after that, then it was the Sting thing, where Triple H finally called out Sting, because it was around those times. That's the thing, the Undertaker stuff and the Sting stuff, I don't know the exact order, because they weren't actual matches, they were like, I guess, events, if you want to call them. But yes, Triple H finally called out Sting. As you know, Sting is responsible.
I watched that one. I don't know if I was falling asleep to that one.
But Sting, of course, if you remember our review of the Survivor Series, Sting appeared, and that's why the Authority was kicked out for a while.
He needs to dye his hair black again. He's old, but he still needs to dye his hair black.
Yeah, and
I don't know. Whenever he has his makeup on, and then the blonde hair really blends with his skin, or it's really blonde, you think it's his skin, so it looks like his makeup's like cut off.
Yeah, it looks weird.
He needs to dye his hair black again.
Yeah.
Do it now, Sting.
But anyways, and then when the Authority came back and they fired Ryback and all them, Sting also appeared in the match so that Cena could win and get them back. So, you know, Triple H is pissed and blah, 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 blah. So this is their big face-off. They did a big speech about how he's the face of WCW and a whole bunch of whatever. I was a little disappointed when Triple H beat Sting down. I was like, oh, come on, man. I'll just build up and you're beating him down like a bitch. But then Sting brings out the famous black baseball bat he used to carry in WCW days. So he, like, points out to the WrestleMania sign. So, yes, we're going to see Triple H versus Sting at WrestleMania. We'll see how that goes, right? And now for the two big events.
Victims. Aren't we all?
Yes. I kept saying, I keep calling him the Crow, because that's like basically what he is, the Crow. But
victims. Aren't we all?
Yes. Now for the two big fights. The two big major events first was John Cena versus Rusev.
Rusev.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, because Rusev is, you know, unstoppable, and Cena wants to step up to be the one to actually stop him and everything. And well, yeah, it was a pretty decent match, you know, and everything. I guess the biggest thing was that when Rusev got Cena in the famous accolade, or that submission hold is called, Cena actually was able to get up with Rusev still on him and throw him off and everything. So that was like a big, I mean, no one's ever broken the hold or whatever. But of course, the big thing at the end was that Lana, for whatever reason, just kind of got into the ring, and while the referee was busy, Rusev literally kicked Cena in the balls, and then kicked him in the face, and that knocked him out. So when you put him back into the submission move, it doesn't really count, because Cena was already knocked out already. So when the referee saw that, you know, like, that's the end, whatever, and, you know, Rusev won, and everything. So now, for the big main event, was Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. The winner gets to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And
I'm disappointed in myself because I kept falling asleep and I wanted to watch this match so much.
Yes.
I was like in and out of this match. I was awake, I was asleep, I was awake, I was asleep.
But just to explain a little bit, apparently, I don't know if it's the storyline or else just because, I guess, the fans or whatever, but since everybody was booing like hell after Royal Rumble, that they were so upset that Daniel Bryan lost so quickly, and that Roman Reigns won, and no one wanted him to win, and everybody was booing the hell out of him, and not even The Rock.
Get to the point.
Not even The Rock could stop the booing.
Get to the point.
Yes. They had Daniel Bryan come in and bitch and complain about how I should be the one fighting Lesnar instead. So Triple H made up this match about, you know, they will fight each other and whoever wins...
To the death!
Yes. Whoever wins goes to WrestleMania. And, you know, they've been kind of getting in each other's faces. So now this is the big one. And I have to say, it was a very awesome match. It was a very good fight. They both really threw everything they could at each other. They did all the moves, all the power moves. You know, you see that Superman punch and the yes lock and the flying knee, like all that stuff. They did whatever they could, and it was really amazing. It was really amazing. And, well, you were still kind of waking up sometimes. There were still some times where it looked like Daniel Bryan was going to win. And you were like, oh, no. You know, we were still rooting to see what was going to happen.
Oh, I don't know. I was figuring just to make the storyline go on, to make Daniel be like the hero. I was expecting it to be a real good match until the end, and then Daniel would win. But whenever I saw him, I kept waking up and falling asleep during the first half of the the match and that the ending was getting so intense, I actually woke up and was more interested in it, and I actually watched the end where Roman Reigns won.
Yes, it was a big thing. It was, I think it was like...
I actually said, yes!
Like, Daniel Bryan had him in the lock or something, but Reigns got out. Oh, no. Well, I forgot what happened near the end, but the thing is that Reigns was basically kind of like down and out, kind of beaten a bit, and, Daniel Bryan got up against the rope to do that famous like running knee and stuff, and that looked like that would have been the end, like that would have ended the match. But then the last minute, out of nowhere, spear. Roman Reigns spear knocks him down, grabs him for the 3 count. I was honestly surprised that it was a 3 count. I was really expecting Daniel Bryan to somehow kick out and keep the fight going.
Was that Roman Reigns that like the count looked weird, or was that another match?
That was like some other match. I forget.
It all mixes together. Whenever you're falling asleep and waking up, falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep.
Yeah, that was one match. I forgot which one it was. It was either the tag team Usos once or one of those.
Usos. It was the Usos.
Yeah, that was weird. It was like 1, 2, and then like what the hell was that? And so they're like doing it straight, and that just looks very like, I don't know. But anyways, but the main thing is that, yeah, Bryan was going to finish him off with the flying knee, whatever you call that. But then spear from Roman Reigns, and then the actual 3 count, and he won. And I was super surprised because, yes, I was expecting Bryan to win because he's the big favorite. And other people were expecting maybe they're going to do something like, you know, the Authority was going to get involved, double disqualification, no one wins, something like that. But no. Roman Reigns won. There you go. Roman Reigns, the shirt, did a move. Come on. You know you won. There you go. But anyway, that was the thing. That was an epic finish. Ooh. And then Daniel Bryan actually got up and shook his hand and told him that, man, you know, you better kick his ass. Of course, referring to Brock Lesnar. So it shows it ended in good terms. They're happy. You know, they earn each other's respect and all that. So it was pretty good. Even today's episode of Raw, they both were tag team against Randy Orton and Seth Rollins, and they were still good friends and everything. So that's pretty good. So anyways, what do you think of pay-per-view overall, more or less what you saw, even though you were sleeping through most of it?
So I wouldn't have too much of an opinion. Rusev and John, I didn't care about that. Screw that. The only match I did care about was obviously the last match, and it was the last match, so I was like falling asleep to it.
Yeah. Oh, we had also a long day and everything. And, well, for me, yeah, it was kind of good. I mean, of course, I wanted to see Paige fight. I was
disappointed about the Paige match. Disappointed about the Usos. You're such losers. I'm disowning you, Usos.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I
still love you.
I didn't like that the Usos lost. I didn't like that. It was funny though that Dean Ambrose stole the title, but I didn't like they still lost, disqualified, whatever. It was never made clear what was the disqualification for anyway. But either ways,
for being too crazy.
He made it up. He made upward for stealing the belt. That was still funny. But the Paige thing, disappointed that she lost and whatever.
How did she lose?
They just grabbed her. They pinned her. She was just, I think she was either distracted or something, and then Nikki rolled her up and did the 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And they match was over. But at least it was a clean fight though. At least Brie didn't get in the way or whatever, like she usually does. But it was a decent thing. But the best match, I mean, the last match with Reigns and Daniel Bryan, that more than made up for anything. I think it was pretty cool. And now, as promised, let me read a couple of real quick comments here from some of our fans. To see what they say. Well, fans are watching. Yes, we do.
You have fans?
Yes. Well, first let's talk. Well, we got 3 people here. From our Facebook fan page here, we got, of course, Sweet Pete, if you remember him. I know, it's a short comment. He just says, all I gotta say is, I'm stoked for WrestleMania.
Ooh, what a big comment.
Okay. Then we have Robert Smith, a good friend of both me and Sweet Pea, and also he was in one of our BGM episodes. He reviewed one of the Dead or Alive episodes with Johnny. And his is basically his rating. He says, number 1, contenders match, Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, 4 stars. Bryan telling Roman he better beat Brock was the best choice. The U.S. title match, Cena versus Rusev, I give it 3 out of 4 stars.
3 out of 4? You mean 3 out of 5?
Well, I mean 3 and 3/4 stars, I think he meant to say. The Intercontinental match, Ambrose versus Bad News Barrett, 3 stars, but I like the idea that Dean stole the title anyway. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd versus Usos, 3 and 3/4 stars. Divas match, Paige versus Nikki, 2 stars. Stardust versus Goldust, 2 and 3/4 stars. Seth Rollins and Kane and all them versus Ryback, 3 stars.
Same old crap. I don't care about Orton because right now because I haven't watched him yet.
Yeah. And then we got an actual comment from our Instagram, because I do encourage people to comment on Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr.
And YouTube, and no one says anything except, great video, Mark.
Okay. But,
comment, people, comment. What's your opinion?
Yes. We have a guy named The Sutter, and he posted on Instagram saying, thought it was a bad pay-per-view, maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10. The wrestlers put on good matches, but the booking is terrible. It's indicative of the state of the WWE right now. Every single match had a screwy finish, except for the main event, which ended with 1 spear, even after Reigns kicked out of a flying knee. I don't even know what to say. It makes me not want to watch Mania. And, well, one thing I also noticed some people were also saying is that the audience was pretty quiet. Like, there wasn't any big, like, crowd reactions until the fights of Cena and Rusev and Reigns and Bryan. But for the rest of the stuff, everybody was pretty quiet. Not much yelling, not much rooting, booing, nothing. It was pretty, like, a dead audience, too. But, well, decent pay-per-view. It's the first Fast Lane. We'll see if next year there's another Fast Lane or not. Because, like people say, the hardest pay-per-view to do is something between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. They gotta have, I guess, something in there to justify the WWE Network having 12 pay-per-views now. But, yeah, decent fight. Yeah, there was a decent... Stop. There was a decent fight after all. And I gotta say, you guys, anyways, any other thoughts or comments below on the Fast Lane and the episode of Raw and SmackDown and all that stuff? Put your comments below. And yes, WrestleMania, like Paige said, we're going to be busy. We're going to be busy at a certain place. We'll tell you more about it a little bit when we get closer to the date. But of course, thanks to the network, we can always watch WrestleMania like a day or so later or whatever.
That's only $9.99 per month.
Yes. So we
Why pay $50 for our show when you could only pay $10 for the show and we could be missing $40 per show?
Okay, but anyways, the main thing is that we'll see you later on for a review of WrestleMania, but it will be a little late, we'll tell you that at least now. So anyways, guys, this is Mark Rodriguez here.
Paige. I'm trying to think of an epic name. Roman Reigns.
There you go. You believe that. And we'll see y'all next time.
Ooh.